My name is Cantanzaro. I'm the safety intern at the Chickamauga Lock Replacement Project. I'm a student at Murray State University and I will graduate December 2022.
My name is Grant Watson. I am a quality control intern here at the Chickamauga Lock Replacement Project. I am currently studying construction management at the University of Tennessee at Chattanooga, and I plan on graduating in May of 2023. As you can see behind me is our job site. We have a lot of overhead work going on. We have 3 tower cranes and over 5 regular cranes. It's really easy to get distracted in your work, but it's a really good idea to every 2 minutes or so take a step back, look around you, be aware of your surroundings, look up. If something is being flown into your area, the signalers will come, they'll blow their whistles. You need to make sure that you listen to them, do what they tell you to, and just be aware of your surroundings at all times.
I'm at the northwest corner of the cofferdam, and behind me is the secondary evacuation route. The elevator at the front of the cofferdam is the primary evacuation route. But people, whenever they enter a site, they always need to be educated, aware of the evacuation routes are, because if one does shut down, then you always have the second one to back it up.
As mentioned earlier, there is a lot of overhead work on the site. At all points when you're on this job site, you are within reach of some type of overhead work. So it's always important to make sure you have your hard hat on and you're always keeping aware of your surroundings.
As you can see behind me, there is a man lift operating. So you always want to have at least one qualified operator at all times on it. So you can have 3 people on the man lift at a time, but one of them must be trained. Especially every time you are on a man lift too, you want to be tied off at all times. You need to be having a 4-foot lanyard when you are on.
As you can see behind me, there is some heavy machinery. So it's a very narrow walkway through the middle of the site. So when you're around the middle of it, you always need to be aware of what's going on around you. There could be some machinery coming up behind you and you not hear it coming. You just always need to be aware of your surroundings, and we always require a signaler to be with any heavy machinery to be looking out for them and guiding them.
During summertime, we always want to have a plenty of supply of water, so we like to put them at different stations around the work site so people have easy access to them. And we also have cooling fans at each different areas of the work site so people can always take their breaks and get back to work as soon as possible. As you can see, I'm standing next to one of the ladders around our site. You always want to be sure to have one person going up and down the ladder at a time, and you want to be sure not to carry up anything in your hands while you're going up and down, because you always want to have 3 points of contact, whether it's 2 feet or 1 hand at a time or 2 hands and 1 foot. You also want to be sure to check off on the ladders each and single day, whether it's once in the morning and once after lunch. So we have that always prepared. You always want to have a clear pathway to each ladder, so you have a clear access point to each ladder around the site.
Right here is one of our fire extinguishers that we have on the site. We always try to make sure that they're clearly marked so nobody ever has to guess where one is. We do require a fire extinguisher within 25 feet of any hot work and within 100 feet of each other. We do inspect them monthly, and it's always a great idea to know where they are on the site.
I'm here at the first aid station at our site. In the first aid stations, we like having eye wash stations, AEDs, and also stretchers just in case anyone needs it for emergencies. We also like to have it nearby each work area so people have easy access to it. That concludes our tour of the cofferdam. You always want to be sure you wear the proper safety helmet, safety glasses, proper safety gloves, and the safety vest. And you want to be sure you be safe, be present, and be focused.